Okay, let's talk about the big events of the day and, of course, all the stocks to watch out for. There's the RBI policy coming up in just a few hours from now, and our entire research team is joining in to tell you how to approach individual stocks ahead of the market opening today. So let's welcome all of them. Anuj, let me begin with you. What are you looking at?
You know, Sonia, unless there's some shocker from the RBI, I think today could be really a bank nifty day. And that algo trader I spoke about could play out today, the buy banks and sell IT. And I think in that, the strong ones, SBI and ICICI Bank, I think these are the ones which have been the go-to stocks. They're both corrected now back towards the 20 and 50-day moving average. And normally, you know, that's the first test of strong stocks towards the 20 and 50 is respected. So I'll keep an eye, provided, as I said, you know, the market gives us an indication that, you know, and there's no shocker from the RBI. But Z would be in focus. Yesterday was that CCI meet, and I guess it's, you know, it's not given any conclusion, Mangalam. I mean, not accepted, not rejected. So how does the stock move?
That's correct, you know, so there hasn't been any conclusion. So the stock remains in a limbo, perhaps a bit of an overhang until any clarity comes by. But remember, Timsi has gathered from her sources that, you know, the Competition Commission has asked both Z as well as Sony to actually make written submissions before them. So while the meeting is inconclusive, remember on the 1st of September, the CCI had asked for more information after the initial review of the Sony Z merger as well. The latest data that we have indicates that, you know, the combined market share is close to around 36%. So there shouldn't be a CCI issue, so to say. But until there is any clarity coming in, there would be, you know, some weakness in the stock, or there would be an overhang. And this is what we saw yesterday as well, where the stock corrected about 5% from the high. So this is something that we expect today as well, with the sentiment of the market, maybe see some red at the open.
Okay, thanks a lot, Mangalam, for that. Well, let's talk about some pharmaceutical names now. Lupin and Zydus Life are on our radar. Ekta will tell us why. Ekta, morning.
Thanks for that. Well, Lupin was down and out in yesterday's trading session. Maybe we could see some amount of reprieve today because they have received approval for a particular drug which is used for an overactive bladder. The market size is quite large, $2.4 billion. It is approved from their Nagpur facility. Analysts say it's a confidential settlement date. The base case could be on launch next year. But remember, it is expected to be quite competitive with around 6 to 7 filers. So the opportunity is not expected to be that large for Lupin, but it could be a sentiment positive. Zydus Life, sentiment positive as well. The US FDA conducted an inspection of their manufacturing facility at Ahmedabad. It was a pre-approval inspection, which is ahead of a drug product. And they received 2 observations, no data integrity. So maybe a thumbs up for Zydus as well.
All right, Ekta, thanks very much for that. Rima is here with TCS, Tejas Networks and Coforge. Rima, hi, morning.
Hi, morning. So let me start with TCS as well as Tejas Network. There is a report in Economic Times which says that TCS and BSNL are in the final stages of closing a $2 billion deal which will help BSNL launch its 4G services. So $2 billion is a 16,000 crore rupees deal. There were a lot of negotiations around pricing, but finally they appear to have been ironed out. So it's a positive news for TCS. And watch for Tejas Networks, because Tejas Networks is now a Tata Group company, and according to the report, they will be locally manufacturing the telecom network equipment for BSNL. We've not verified this news, but if it's true, it will be a positive for both these players. Coforge is another one on our radar because the company has been granted a patent for a proprietary solution which will help help banks and financial institutions manage their risk more effectively. Back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Rima, for that. Well, moving on, Vivek is with us. He'll tell us about Rail Vikas Nigam and IEX and why he's tracking those stocks this morning. Vivek, over to you.
Well, good morning. Some positive news flow coming in for Rail Vikas Nigam Limited. The company has won an EPC order of over 400 crores from the NHAI. Now, this particular order win is for the construction of a 4-lane highway in Andhra Pradesh. The other stock to keep an eye out for is IEX. CERC, the Central Electricity Regulation Corporation, has actually gone ahead and done a comprehensive review of the situation in the power market and other factors that have actually impacted the power demand as well as supply. So what is it that they've decided? They've decided to extend the price cap on power exchanges for 3 months till December 31. So status quo as far as the price cap is concerned. What they are anticipating is that they anticipate peak demand to actually go higher as in the next couple of months, and which is why they've maintained status quo as far as the price cap is concerned.
Okay, Vivek, thanks a lot for that. Let's go across to Sonal. She is tracking SRF and Hero MotoCorp. Sonal.
Good morning, Anuj. For SRF, they have commissioned one of their projects, which is a P38 project for 300 metric tons per annum of capacity. They had announced it already. The cost was 58 crore rupees, and now it has come on stream. So that is a positive news for the company. Hero MotoCorp has announced an interesting collaboration. They have collaborated with California-based Zero Motorcycles, which is into manufacturing of premium electric motorcycles and powertrains. So the company's board has approved an equity investment up to $60 million in Zero Motorcycles to expand their product portfolio. So this is an interesting collaboration. This stock will be in focus as well.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. So here's a quick recap then in case you missed out on any of the stocks with positive news flow. There's Lupin, Zydus Life Sciences, TCS, Tejas Networks, Coforge, Rail Vikas Nigam, SRF and Hero MotoCorp. While stocks with negative news flow, there's Z Entertainment as well as IEX. But let's also get a quick handle on what's happening in the world of commodities. Manisha Gupta, our commodities expert, is joining in now this morning to tell us more about that. Manisha, good morning.
Thank you for that, Sonia. Well, many of the commodities have turned into positive, especially with the dollar index trading at and below 112 from the highs of 114.5. So you have the gold prices which have turned positive on the week. Even crude is up by nearly 3% on the week right now. The decline in dollar index is one thing, but the decline in U.S. inventory is another. And then the OPEC and allies meeting on 5th of October is awaited, where Russia as of now is insisting on an output cut by 1 million barrels per day. The metal prices also have seen a strong rebound. We have seen copper, aluminum, zinc turn up by nearly 1 to 1.5% in the overnight market. The Chinese manufacturing data has been positive, and the China is refilling stocks ahead of holidays that start from 1st of October. So ahead of that, good amount of buying in metals as well.
All right, Manisha, thank you very much for that. That's commodities and metals specifically in focus. We'll take a quick break here. Up next, Deepan Mehta of Elixir Equities joins us for some fundamental stock analysis markets, according to him, in just a bit. We'll also in a bit connect with Pankaj Poddar of Cosmo First to discuss their business outlook going forward. Stay tuned.